In this video, we got another episode of the series where I rate and improve your guys' teams. You guys will send me your teams on Twitter at EvanTanak1010, and I'll give you guys a rating 1 through 10. Could be a 7, an 8, a 9, or a 10, or even lower, maybe a 6 or a 5. And I'll give you guys my best suggestions to help improve your team. Also, if you guys want to comment down below under the YouTube video, let me know what your team's looking like, and let me know how much MT you guys have, and I'll give you guys my best suggestions and my rating 1 through 10. First team here comes in from Seba. He's got a very good looking squad and he does have a million MT. The starting lineup, not going to change it really much. I think we're going to get a better center, but that's pretty much it. And then off the bench, I think there's a couple upgrades to be made. So for rating 1 through 10, I would probably give this a solid 8 out of 10. I think the starting lineup is really good. The bench is just a little bit weaker. So first thing I would do is get yourself a starting center. Whether you want to spend a lot of your MT and you want to get a Kevin Garnett, you definitely could. Whether you want to go a little bit cheaper, you want to go for a guy like Wilt, or you want to go for a guy like Bosch. But what I would do personally is I would get yourself a pink diamond Blake Griffin. I do think he's a better center than Bosch, and I think he could be a better center than Wilt. I'd say the two best guys to go for though are going to be Blake Griffin or Chris Bosh for that starting center, and then you can move Banchero to your backup 5. Now for the bench, so that's the starting lineup done. Starting lineup super elite. For the bench, I mean, I would try to get yourself a better point guard. I don't know exactly if you have D-Mitch or if you want to grind for Jason Kidd, but unless you really like Kyrie, I would maybe try to get yourself a better backup point guard. For your backup small forward, what I would do is move Robert Horry to the backup 4 and then pick yourself up a either probably AK or Jeremy Shohan. There's maybe some other expensive guys you can go with, but I would say if you want to go for more budget, get yourself an AK-47. He's going to be a very nice small forward to have off that bench. And then like I said, Banchero will be your backup center. So your bench could look something like Kyrie, Iguodala, AK, Robert Horry, and then Banchero. That's a way better bench than what you have right now. Next team here comes in from Cole, and he says he's looking to spend about 200,000 MT is going to be his max. So we're just going to assume Benedict Mathurin is a diamond. He's got a very decent starting lineup, and then off the bench, it becomes a little bit weaker. I would give this squad probably a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. I think starting lineup wise, what I would probably do, 200,000 MT. I mean, there's a couple different things you can do. For your bench though, you want to get a guy like Robert Horry, whether you want to play him over Scotty Barnes or maybe you want to play him over Giannis. I think you just definitely got to get either Batum or Robert Horry to play the backup small forward position. And then for your backup 2, I'll get yourself a Amethyst Danny Green. If you do want to spend a little bit more MT, then you can get yourself a J.R. Smith. And J.R. Smith is probably better than Benedict Mathurin, but even if you like Benedict more, then you can have J.R. Smith with a Donovan Mitchell off the bench. But like I said, I would definitely get Robert Horry to play your backup small forward or a guy like Nicholas Batum, and then you can go for another decent budget option like a guy like Danny Green to play over Ochai Agbaji. But if you want to spend a bit more MT, then I would get yourself a diamond J.R. Smith. Looking at the next squad here comes from Kraft. He says he's got infinite MT. Okay, he's the money man apparently. Kraft is the money man. But yeah, looking at his squad, I see Chris Middleton. I just don't know. I don't know about Chris Middleton. I don't personally like him, but I know Kraft has said, he really likes him. So I'm not going to replace Chris Middleton for a squad. But rating out of 10, I mean, this is obviously a great looking squad. I'd say probably a 9 out of 10. Maybe it's a 9.5. I mean, you can definitely make some upgrades in my opinion. Like, Tatum, I think it's better than a guy like Carmelo, in my opinion, at the backup 3. I think Kawhi Leonard also is probably a better small forward than Carmelo, but maybe Kraft likes the fast jump shot. I think we can maybe upgrade Larry Johnson as well. You're probably not grinding for James Worthy. I don't know who you're going for. You don't have any of the pink diamond trophy case cards. But yeah, other than maybe upgrading that backup small forward position, there's nothing I can really upgrade. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe get a better power forward. If you're grinding for James Worthy, he's definitely gonna be better than Larry Johnson. Maybe look to buy yourself a Jason Tatum to play at the 4. I mean, I think Tatum's a very good 4 option. What you could probably do actually is put Tatum at that starting 4 and then have Sean Kemp as your backup 4. So yeah, that's probably my best suggestion is get yourself Jason Tatum over Larry Johnson and then maybe look for Kawhi Leonard over Carmelo. But if you want to have some more offense, obviously Carmelo is going to be a great small forward. Looking at the next team here comes in from Hamza. He says he's got about 400,000 MT available. Another very good looking squad. I mean, I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Very good starting lineup. We're not really going to touch this. This actually might be a 9. Yeah, no, this squad's probably a 9. Crab's probably like a 9.5. For this squad, I mean, once again, I don't think there's really too many suggestions. I think another Jason Tatum type player could be really good over Larry Johnson, because Gordon Hayward's really good, Sabonis is really good, right? You can always get yourself a Tatum for the 4, maybe a Zion Williamson, but other than that, there's really no suggestions to be made. I mean, if you want to upgrade your center, I think a guy like, you know, Wilt Chamberlain is better than Sabonis, but he's going to cost you like 400,000 or 500,000 MT. So if you just want to save your MT, I would probably just save it. The squad's perfectly fine. If you want to make one big upgrade, I would probably get yourself a guy like Jason Tatum over Larry Johnson. But other than that, very, very good looking squad. Next team comes in here from the GOAT. He's got 50,000 MT. We'll have Pink Diamond D-Rose, Pink Diamond Cade, Pink Diamond Pippen, and Diamond Donovan by Friday. Okay, so he's getting them unlimited. I was gonna say, how is he getting Diamond Donovan by Friday? But it's from the limited option pack. So let's just assume your point guards are going to be, you know, Derrick Rose and let's say Donovan Mitchell, either starting or bench, doesn't matter. And then we're going to put Cade to the 2. So what you want to do is have Cade as your starting shooting guard and then move Danny Green to your backup 2. And now we have 50,000 MT to work with. So some budget guys I would look to get is definitely going to be Nicholas Batum. He's a great option at that small forward position, and I'd probably recommend playing him over Michael Jordan. For your starting center, I'd move Banchero to the starting center and then have Tyson Chandler as the backup center, unless you like having insides. I just think your starting lineup right now, not sure how you even shoot threes with that lineup other than a guy like Danny Green. Yeah, like I said, get Robert Horry, get Nicholas Batum for your starting 3 and your starting 4, and then have a guy like Giannis off the bench. And then for your backup small forward position, a guy like Jeremy Shohan's a really good option. If you want to go even a little bit cheaper, maybe go Amethyst LeBron. But actually, you know what you could do is, so for your starting shooting small forward, go Nicholas Batum. For your starting power forward, go Robert Horry. For your backup power forward, go Giannis. And then for your backup small forward, go that Keegan Murray that you already have, or maybe you can look to get yourself Amethyst LeBron. But if you make those upgrades, your team definitely becomes a little bit better. Or I should say a lot better, actually, especially when to get Derrick Rose, you know, oh, you're gonna have Scottie Pippen. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, so Pippen's gonna be your starting 3, and then get yourself probably like, yeah, Nicholas Batum for your backup 3. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, get yourself Nicholas Batum for the backup small forward, and then obviously you'll have Pippen at that starting small forward spot. Next team here comes in from Card Shark. He's got 1.6 million MT. Another very good looking squad, especially this starting lineup. I mean, this is a very good starting lineup squad. The bench is a little bit weaker. That's probably where I'm going to look to upgrade a lot more, but rating out of 10, probably a solid 7.5 to 8. I'd probably give an 8 just because of how good that starting lineup is. So yeah, for your bench, I would say if you like Dyson Daniels, you can keep him. But with that amount of MT, I would get yourself a guy like John Morant, or at least maybe wait to see if you're going to get Cade Cunningham. If you're going for Cade, which I think you are, I'm not exactly sure. You can definitely play Cade over Dyson Daniels. I think for your backup shooting guard, you can maybe look to make an upgrade, but if you don't want to, like, the thing with this squad is there's definitely a lot of upgrades to be made, but if you want to save your MT, there's really no point to actually upgrade it. So I'd say like maybe even upgrade your Banchero to a Blake or to a Chris Bosh. That's another suggestion I would give. AK-47 I feel like should maybe play in this squad over Robert Horry, and if you go your center, I would go either Blake or Chris Bosh and then have AK-47 over Robert Horry at that power forward position. But overall, like I said, a very good looking squad. Maybe just upgrade, you know, Dyson Daniels to Cade if you are going for him. Next team comes in from Riley. He's on current gen, has 170,000 MT, and he's looking to improve his bench. So can you please reset and improve my squad? Okay, so you got 170,000 MT. You want me to reset your squad? What do you mean reset your squad? Okay, anyways, so yeah, rating out of 10, not the best of squads, definitely not as good as other teams you've looked at in this video. I would give it probably a 6 out of 10. I mean, you got some good players. You got Manu, you got, you know, Alex English is pretty good, Giannis, Banchero, Ben Wallace. So what I would say is 170,000 MT. Your two centers are going to be Joakim Noah and Banchero. Those are your centers done, right? Let's look at power forwards. So for your power forwards, starting power forward, get yourself Robert Horry, and then you have Giannis off the bench. Perfectly fine there, right? Your power forwards are good. Now for small forward, what I would do is keep AK-47 as your starting small forward. For your backup small forward, get yourself a Nicholas Batum, and then just move Alex English to the backup too. So now your small forwards are good with AK and Batum, and then your shooting guards are good with Manu Ginobili and Alex English. You have Deron Williams and John Stockton. What I would do if you want to is I would grind for Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a really good point guard and would be much better than Deron Williams. And then you can maybe look to get yourself, you know, a Dyson Daniels, maybe a Jaden Ivey to play your backup point guard position if you do get yourself a Jason Kidd. If you don't want to go for Jason Kidd, then I would at least get one of the Ivies, maybe get Ivy and Dyson Daniels, but at least get a Dyson Daniels or a Jaden Ivey to play your backup point guard position or start them over Deron Williams. Last team here comes in from GC Burner, and he's got another very good team. Starting lineup wise, super elite. elite. I'm not the biggest fan about Jabari Smith, but other than that, starting lineup amazing. We got Donovan Mitchell, Bruce Bowen, Alex English, Kawhi at the 4, and Banchero at the 5. So you're definitely small ball off the bench. I would keep Banchero at that backup 5 for your backup power forward. I know I'm suggesting kind of the same players, but I think Robert Horry is a really good small forward. And then what you could do is just move Kawhi to the 3 and then just move Alex English to the 2. So your bench would be, you know, D Mitch, Alex English, Kawhi Leonard, Robert Horry, and then you would have Paulo Banchero as your starting or as your backup center. You can maybe even look to get yourself a guy like AK-47 or maybe even a Carmelo Anthony to play over to play at that power forward position, maybe at the starting lineup or off the bench. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.